I'ma live it up.
Con amor verdadero, vamos pa'lante. Yes, sir.
Assalamu alaikum and welcome to the Empathy Hour with Amreen and Pam. Pam,
Yes, dear.
the sun's shining.
Yes.
Are you not happy about that?
I'm cold. I'm always cold.
Why are you cold?
Because it's cold. Yeah, so wrapped up, so yeah.
You're not wrapped up.
No, I just...
You're wearing a scarf.
Oh, yeah, tell my secret. You've been good.
We have another voice in the studio.
Yes, we're going to introduce him in a little while.
That's right.
But before I say anything or go on anymore, I met a young little boy coming into the studio, and he wanted to know when is the youth club open. So I got that information. So the youth club is not going to open until in the summer. So we will let them know when it's going on. But apart from that, I've been good. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you, Pam. So today's show, well, we were just going to have a catch-up, weren't we?
But
you've not done one of those for a long time.
No, but usually that's the case, isn't it? We sort of decided what we're going to do, and then all of a sudden my trouble adopted children decided to do something else, which I do love very much. So they're going to be grounded when I get,
But it's all good though, because it's a very important topic we're talking about. We actually have a guest today, listeners. We have Aiden Riley, who's a writer, comics writer. His activities include free thinking, open poetry, podcast, blogging, and he's an influencer as well. So welcome to the show, Aiden.
Who gave you those details?
Your friend.
Yeah, we find out where it is.
I'm going to have a word with him.
That's all right then, yeah. And we have another guest who sit there quietly,
Yes,
listening.
we do. We get other people coming into the studio as well, but they're more than welcome. It's Pam's sanctuary at the end of the day. So,
the other thing is, I would like to thank all my adopted children all over the world for the mother's poem and everything what they sent me. It made me feel good from France and Germany. And Sunday was
you got a lot of love, didn't you, on Saturday?
Actually, I did. I did get a lot of love from all over the world, and I'm blessed. I must admit to that. That God blessed me to get to know all of these from Pakistan, India, Germany, France, and now it's looked like I've got another 2 adopted son with me today.
I think so. You never know.
Yeah.
By the end of the show, you might have an.
Oh, thank you.
I haven't known you for that long, but we all love you.
Oh, so you see.
Is this the first time you've met Pam?
Yes, it is. Spoke to you a few times over Messenger. But other than that, it's always great to talk to her. Like I said, I haven't known her for that long, but seems like a great person to me.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Fantastic. So today we want to talk about mental health, loneliness, and particularly for men, because we tend to talk a lot about this topic in general. But Pam, I was watching a documentary last night on BBC Three about mental health. I can't remember the name of the presenter, but he's a radio station presenter for the BBC, and he was talking about his mental health, but also talking about his friend who committed suicide as well. So it was quite a serious topic we're talking about today. And it's something that we don't often hear enough about, because suicide rates within men is so high compared to women, and it's going higher as well.
And one of the biggest reasons I used to suffer from mental health as well, but I see that men buckle things up. They do not talk. I'm lucky to have, boy child as well, at least, when they want to talk or get frustration out. I'm always there. But I want to read you something.
Mm-hmm.
And this is it. Have you ever felt so bad that you no longer wanted to live? Then you may understand how another person felt. And this person, I'm not calling her name, suffered from acute anxiety and felt sad and hopeless. And, she was diagnosed as well with depression as well. So men are not so much in denial. Men don't cry because they think men don't cry,
Like men aren't supposed to
cry
Yeah.
when they are supposed to cry. And sometimes we as a woman as well don't listen to the men and how they feel. And so they withdrawn. They go into a corner. But today I'm going to interrogate this one anyway, Aiden. So,
It's good to hear it from a male perspective because we
Yes.
can give our views on this topic, but actually to understand this from a male is far better for us. So, Aiden, what's your view on what we're talking about, mental health within men? Do you see much of this people around you?
I do. A lot of the times, being a guy, you tend to compare yourself to other guys. And when you compare yourself to other guys, you think that is the best way to be, because we're brought up in, a lot of the times we're brought up in watching these films with these great action film stars, the big muscular guys who never cry, who just get on with it. And they're great family men as well. But they never cry, they always stay strong. And you think to yourself, perhaps that's the way I should be. I don't want to cry because this guy doesn't either. So you end up bottling it up. And obviously if you bottle something up, if you bottle up a lot of anxiety and depression and sadness, it can explode, but you still try and keep it in. I mean, I've had many situations myself when I've been at work, and I had to, hide myself in the toilet and just look in the mirror and just do a little bit of talking to myself. A tear did actually run down my eye, and I said to myself, it's going to be okay. And then I walked back out. But I just didn't want anybody else seeing me that way.
Why is that?
I guess I was...
sorry to disturb you, do you think you feel ashamed that you're not meant to be crying?
I would say being embarrassed, yes, because I was a grown man, and I guess that crying, I think back then I wasn't sure if that was the right thing to do, being a man.
The old thing we're talking about, feeling, emotion, and mental health. Crying does help. Even if you sit there and you're talking and you feel like crying, go ahead. Yeah. We are not here to judge you. We're here to support you. Because sometimes if we do not express how we feel, how are we going to know how you feel? I've got boys, and I know when my boys, they walk through the door, I can tell when something is wrong. And what I usually say, talk to me. Get it out your system. You can shout. You can scream. Yeah, but don't raise your hand to hit me at all. Do what you do. It make you feel better. What is your opinion on that?
I agree wholeheartedly. If you don't speak, you're not going to let it out. You need to speak. You need to talk. You need to share your own feelings. Because if you don't, it's always going to be inside you. I think talking is the best therapy you can have. Talking is the best way you can heal, especially if it's a person that you love to be with, family or friends, people that you trust. You need to talk to them. And that is, it can be. I've done it myself many times, and it's helped me. I would say it really has helped me. So I do agree to what you're saying.
Maureen?
Pam, Addy's back. He wants to jump in as usual.
Right. Hi. You got detention.
He's desperate to say something.
Yeah, okay.
Detention,
so I will pass
over that in
over
20
to
years
Addy.
detention, but all right, fair enough. Yeah.
Welcome,
so,
Addy.
Thank you. First of all, assalamu alaikum, everybody. Hope everybody's doing well. Hope you've had a good week so far, and hope you have a wonderful Wednesday, as we like to call it as well. And thank you.
Happy Empathy Hour
Yes,
Wednesday.
just about to say that as well. You took the wind right out of my sails there, and so first of all, I want to say again to thank you for Pam and Sister Amreen for letting me come here as well. As I came in, I was hearing Aiden. First of all, hats off to you, brother, for the courage of talking this as well. It takes a lot of courage, and as you say, a lot of people who keep everything bottled up inside. You don't seem to realize that. I've mentioned this a few times on the air, where if you keep everything bottled up inside and you don't talk to somebody about it, eventually you're gonna explode. And then you end up losing your temper, you shout out the wrong people, you will shatter relationships, all because you can't deal with something that's inside of yourself. And, you then act out on things